Hello, movie friends. Welcome to There Will Be Movie Reviews. I'm your host, Ryan Holmes. And today, with me, I have another good friend of mine, Adrian. Adrian is here. I know he's a movie guy. He loves film. He's in drama too. That's how I got to know him. And how I met Adrian. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I got to have this guy on the podcast and discuss some film because there's been so many times where we've been talking about movies, had many disagreements, mainly about Adam Sandler, who
Yeah,
I'm
you're
I'm
wrong. You're wrong every time.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
We'll
think so.
save it. We'll
Well,
save it
yeah,
for
I know.
another
We'll
time.
we'll save it for another time. Maybe we'll have a Adam Sandler debate. Is he good or is he trash? Probably trash, but like I don't know.
You're an
I
idiot. You're an
don't
idiot.
But yeah, Adrian. So welcome to the show, man.
It's good to be here, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and today we're gonna be talking about the film Almost Famous. It's a classic. It's I feel it's underrated. Would you agree? Like,
Yeah, like I feel like if anyone's talking about films from the early 2000s, it's in there. But as far as like just great films or favorite films in general, it's left out.
yeah, that's totally true. I think Cameron Crowe is also an underrated filmmaker too. I think they don't understand
He
that.
hasn't
Like,
really he hasn't really made a lot of like good movies though. Like he's made Jerry Maguire.
yeah, Jerry Maguire. He wrote Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
Yeah.
and Vanilla Sky, but Vanilla Skies, I don't think that's good.
Mhm.
It's not the greatest. But like, yeah, this is probably his best film by far. It was at the peak of his career, and just to, like maybe just after Jerry Maguire, and Jerry Maguire was quite popular. Tom Cruise classic, and then he came out with Almost Famous, and it's just this great sort of love letter to the music industry and the music
Mhm.
of the 70s, I think. And um, if you guys know that Cameron Crowe actually, as a kid, it's almost a biography of his life as a teenager. He was on the road with plenty of as a yeah on the road being a writer for another magazine, and I'm not sure
I
which
think
one
it
it
was
was.
Rolling
Yeah, I
Stone.
think
I
it
think it
was
was
Rolling.
Rolling Stone.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was, and
I
he
know
was
that
on.
he went on the road with Led Zeppelin
Yeah,
at
Led
one time.
Zeppelin. Yeah, and that's kind of what he based this film off of too. And it seems very very accurate. It feels very very real, but we'll get into that in a little bit. And I think that's why the film's so part of the reason why the film's so good, I think. But yeah. Yeah, but before we begin about the discussion of Almost Famous, let's talk about the movie news. So let's see what's going on in the last week. Have you heard about the new Flash film that's coming out?
Yeah.
Yes,
Seems like they're doing the whole multiverse thing.
yeah, they just revealed set photos of the Batmobile, and they have the classic that they're going to be using in the film, and it's the classic Michael Keaton one, 1989 and 1992, I guess, if you count Batman Returns. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited for that.
Do you think they're gonna pull off that movie though?
I don't know. It's hard to say because DCEU is like a hit or miss.
Yeah.
I mean, Justice League, the Joss Whedon one was fucking terrible. And then you
Yeah.
look at were you a fan of Zack Snyder's Justice League or did you see it?
I did like it, much like most people. I didn't like the extended ending almost. Like the movie had multiple endings, it
Oh yeah,
seemed.
yeah, yeah.
I wasn't a fan of like the Joker stuff and the Batman stuff at the end, Martian
Hmm.
Manhunter, but everything else it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I was a big fan of. It was definitely. It's not what I'm used to. I haven't seen a lot of DC EU films, but I'm excited to see the Flash. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fine. Michael Keaton, like, why not? That'll be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Never say no to Michael Keaton.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Um, Black Widow just came out. It's right now it's number two at the box office. It was I think the one that's ahead of it is A Quiet Place 2 right now. That was pretty big. But Black Widow, it's right now it's number two. Have you seen it?
I did.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You haven't?
I have. Yeah, I saw it. I
Yeah,
saw it on Disney Plus. Friends and I rented it, and
I bootlegged it.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I was not the biggest fan of it. I was pretty disappointed. The villain was pretty terrible, I think.
yeah,
It didn't seem like an homage or a to Black Widow. I felt I wasn't a I did yeah, it was very much just a group film, unless it didn't center on Natasha Romanoff's character, Scarlett Johansson in the film. A lot of Florence Pugh, I think.
yeah. It wasn't really for what they wanted it to be. I assume they wanted it to be like a nice final love letter to the character.
Yeah.
Wasn't that at all.
No.
Uh, I thought the character moments were very good. Like,
Yeah.
it was just a very good character movie. But as far as the action, I thought it was just bland and boring.
Yeah. It was, yeah, a lot of the time I felt what people expected was, yeah, as you said, a sort of, yeah, like summing up her character and leaving you incomplete with her character because she dies so suddenly in Endgame,
Hmm.
and you just wanted to feel. But that's not what I felt. I just felt there's another, regular one of those regular Marvel movies, and sort of like I don't know Ant-Man or Doctor Strange, kind of one of those like that. I feel, but yeah, it was good to it's good to be back and like seeing new big budget movies into the
Yeah,
theaters. So that's always good. Totally. Space Jam 2 director
yeah,
wants
yeah,
Dwayne
yeah.
Johnson for a potential sequel.
Yeah, they're not gonna get that sequel.
I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just watched the first Space Jam like yesterday because I was
Uh-huh.
like I wanted to go see it in the I wanted to go see the second one in the theater. I was a fan of the first one. Like it was a movie of my childhood kind of. It's
Yeah,
one of those like
everybody's.
nostalgic, and it's a classic obviously. Even though like Michael Jordan's acting is terrible, but I've
Yeah,
heard
the first movie is horrible, but
yeah,
like it's amazing.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just a fun, easy film to watch. That's the thing about Space Jam, and I think that's what they're trying to do with Space Jam 2, almost. Sort of doing a Ready Player One type thing. You know how
Mhm.
they had all the characters from Warner Brothers uh, in it, and but yeah, I have heard that it is just that LeBron James acting is terrible in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw a clip on Twitter where it's just like a 2 minute scene from it, and apparently there's a part where it just cuts to a scene from Austin Powers, and it's like Elmer Fudd is playing Mini Me, and then they go into like Casablanca, like a scene from that, just like
Yeah.
randomly, and it's the most bizarre clip ever, and I never want to see that movie now. I
Oh
never want to
man.
see it. It
Yeah.
just looks shitty, so I don't want to see it.
Oh man. Yeah, I know. It's yeah, I know. The plot's probably very, very similar to the first one. Actually, not really. It's LeBron James trying to get his son back or whatever from this whatever universe it is.
Don
Like,
Cheadle.
yeah, Don Cheadle. I know, but like yeah, he's like getting him back from yeah, Don Cheadle or I don't even. It's too confusing to even discuss. It's not worth it. Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I'll probably end up seeing it anyway and probably waste whatever, like how much money, like $20 at the movie theater, seeing this film. But yeah. Oh, last of the movie news. Nick Cage has just released
Yeah,
his new movie, Pig, right?
I
It
saw the trailer for it.
97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Hmm.
That's pretty I mean, Rotten Tomatoes, it's sometimes inaccurate, but like the most part, it's accurate. So I would say that I would assume that this film is going to be incredible. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
not just Rotten Tomatoes, like IMDb. I think it's like an 8 point something.
Oh, really?
Metacritic, it's 80 something. So it's getting good reviews everywhere.
Yeah. Oh man, I got to check that out. Yeah, I haven't seen too many Nick Cage films.
Yeah.
I've seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Oh no, that's not
No, that's Johnny Depp.
leaving Las Vegas. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah.
is. Leaving Las Vegas. Yeah. I saw that. I've seen what else? Ghost Rider. That's like one of
Hmm.
the first films I saw with him. But other than that, no, I've heard he's a crazy actor. He's very, very wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious to know, is it like a low budget film, you think? Like, is it?
I think so. I mean, that's all he really does now, are just
Yeah.
low budget, smaller films. Probably just because he can do whatever he wants, and it's finally paid off. He did one a while ago, like a couple years ago, Mandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one got good reviews. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's got like Alex Wolf in it, from
yeah.
Hereditary. That's like he's a very talented actor. So
You know what
um
it's about?
no, I don't.
It's just about this guy whose truffle pig gets stolen and he tries to get it back. That's it.
It could I don't know.
That's all
No,
I know.
yeah, that plot doesn't sound too great now that I think
No,
about
it
it.
doesn't, but I mean, if it's good, it's good.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'll be excited to, yeah. Is
I'd
it?
rather see that over Space Jam.
Yeah, actually, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd probably watch Pig. It's only like an hour and a half long, so it's not wasting my time entirely. An hour and 32 minutes. But yeah, oh man. All right, that wraps it up for the movie news today. But let's begin by talking about Almost Famous. Almost Famous is written and directed by Cameron Crowe, stars Billy Crudup, Kate Hudson, Patrick Fugit, Jason Lee, Zoe Deschanel, Frances McDormand, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jimmy Fallon, Anna Paquin, and Noah Taylor. This film won one Oscar for Best Original Screenplay, nominated for Best Supporting Actress for Kate Hudson and Frances McDormand, and nominated for Best Editing. So this film revolves around a high school boy who was given the chance to write a story for Rolling Stone magazine about an up and coming rock band as he accompanies them on their concert tour. This film was released back in 2000, a while ago, 21 years ago. This film was released. That's pretty crazy.
Isn't
But
I think it's the anniversary of it somewhere like right now.
oh, really?
I think so. I read something about it not too
Is
long
it?
ago.
Oh, that's crazy, huh? That's cool. With September. Oh no, it says release date was September 22nd. Maybe that it
Yeah,
depends. I don't know.
yeah,
Close enough.
close enough.
Yeah, but this film is like I when I first watched this movie, it was I know my mom is the biggest, this is her favorite movie of all time. So she's been like pressuring me to watch this. And when I watched this for the first time, I wasn't expecting much. I wasn't, I didn't know if I didn't think it was gonna it was thought it was just gonna be like a mediocre like movie, but boy was I wrong. And uh this film, it just each character is so well, like just perfectly written, I feel. And
Hmm.
also the plot is just it's so interesting. This revolving around these characters in the music industry, which we have seen a little bit in films, but not a lot, not as romanticized as it is in this film. And I like to compare this film maybe to Boogie Nights in a way, because both films revolve around just a subject matter that not a lot of people necessarily have seen a lot in film before, I think, but or in big budget films, I guess.
Hmm.
And so it's interesting to see because it's such a interesting concept, and they've been able to create a film and they both have been able to create films that are just great and masterpieces. And I think Almost Famous is a masterpiece. Would you not
It
agree?
is a masterpiece. I already told you about this kind of, but uh, the theatrical cut of the film is really good, but the bootleg director's cut, like that's a masterpiece. Like
Yeah.
that's like 10 out of 10, no debate. So yeah.
What's different about the director's cut and the in the theatrical release?
Well, obviously just more scenes. There's 40 minutes more.
Oh wow.
Uh, it blends pretty well. Like I didn't notice really too many scenes that were new because I didn't watch Almost Famous a bunch to like know, oh, this scene's new, this scene's not. But Jeff, uh, what's Jason Lee's character?
I
Jeff
think so.
Beebe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, his character gets a lot more, and he feels like uh his whole character itself, how he's kind of jealous of of what's it, William.
Yeah.
That's highlighted a lot more. Jimmy Fallon in the theatrical cut almost seems like a glorified cameo a little bit.
Yeah.
And this one he's given a lot more. He seems like more of a prominent character. One of the band-aids, Palexia.
Yeah. Yeah. Anna
Yeah,
Paquin's character. Yeah.
she gets a nice little final scene that I thought was nice. So yeah, it just feels more complete. And you know that scene in the hotel where Penny and Will look at each other and they go off to get ice.
Yeah.
They have that scene where they go and get ice, which I thought was cool. Yeah.
Ah, cool. That's interesting. Yeah. I yeah, it's yeah, obviously, yeah, the it's very, very well paced, I think. That's the this film. I've it's when watching this, like each character, yeah, again, it's so well crafted. And I think my favorite character in this movie is probably Russell Hammond, because he's such Cameron Crowe does such a good job at creating these such diverse and like real characters that just seem so believable. And Russell's it doesn't follow along the same storyline as most films of William, the young guy, trying, obviously he's trying to fall in love with Penny Lane, or trying to get with her, but there's what he really wants, I think, is just near as the film progresses, just for her and Russell to be happy together. Would you not
Mhm.
agree? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
guess I was gonna disagree, but yeah.
No, I disagree. No, it's fine.
No,
What
I
do you
just
think?
I thought about it. I thought about it for a minute. Yeah, I
No, what do
agree.
you think? Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, well, near the end they start to like each other, or they like, yeah, William, I think, just realizes that I don't think he can get with her, so he decides to just push, because yeah, there's more problems that are created throughout the film, so that's why
Mhm.
Russell and Penny Lane that's why William tries to help Russell and Penny Lane get back together. But I think it's just the beginning of this film is just, as you see William just fall in love with this music, and so many people, that's one of the things, how they fall in love with music, is just hearing this one song, and it
Mhm.
helps them transcend into this world that people love. And again, this film romanticizes that uh, right away. And I think the music choice is one of the things and the attributes of this film that are so good
Yeah.
in creating feelings throughout the film too. And obviously there's so much music in this film. The budget for usual movies for their music budget is 1.5 million. So for this film it was 3.5 million. And you
All
know,
worth it. All worth
it
it.
is all worth. Each song is perfectly chosen for the feeling, yeah, for each scene of that movie. And oh man, there's like,
The Tiny Dancer scene.
I think we got to
I
talk
mean,
about that. Let's
we
talk
got to
about
talk
that.
about the Tiny Dancer scene. I
So
mean, for a movie that is a love letter to music. I mean,
yeah,
that scene more than any scene in the movie shows how music can affect a mood or uh,
oh
a sort of
totally.
environment. So yeah, and how
It's
important it is.
yeah, exactly. Because at the time, everyone, I think, Russell had just came from the party, that crazy
Hmm.
party that he went to, and he's a little hungover and just like kind of down in the, yeah, he's down in the dumps, and
Yeah,
he's
Russell almost ruined the tour.
exactly, and everyone's pissed off, and then this great Elton John song comes on, and it just, again, as you said, it proves what music can do to a group of people and how it can change and affect a complete mood. And I think that's one of the things that Cameron Crowe tries to prove throughout, not just in that scene, but throughout the entire film, and how
Hmm.
music transcends people, and it creates happiness, but it can also create sadness. And yeah, it affects the plot very much, I feel,
Yeah.
in a way. Yeah. But yeah, that scene is just, it's perfect. You right away, I felt, I just like, you just want to be there with them, like, yeah, you want to be with those characters during that time, because that'd just be so incredible, such a life-changing experience, I feel. And isn't
Hmm.
like William a character that's so lucky to be a part of that group, and at times not lucky, but like, all in all, after you think about it, it's probably like the highlights of your life, I would think. And it follows
Yeah,
along his
that
character. And yeah,
you can tell because like you said at the beginning, it's semi autobiographical.
yeah,
So Cameron Crowe, you can tell that he loved his time as a journalist when he was a
yeah,
kid. So
yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty neat. It's yeah, and that's the whole idea of this film, is just kind of following along uh Will, as he meets these new characters, and as he falls in love, and he makes friends, and makes, I wouldn't say enemies, but like he's arguments with other characters,
Mm,
mainly Russell. But Russell,
mhm.
again, is one of the most complex characters of this film. I
Yeah.
couldn't understand what his like who his character was from the beginning. I couldn't tell if he was going to be a douchebag, or if he was going to be like a role model to Will, if he was going to be some like creep, or some, I don't know. I couldn't tell. But like,
Kind of is kind of all of them
I was about
in
to
a way.
say, yeah,
Yeah.
he is all of them in a way. And but yeah, I think his character was my favorite of the film. Who do you think your favorite character was?
Penny Lane,
Penny Lane?
100%. But not
Why is that?
it. I just think that she like her character is complex and like her vulnerable but confident. And it's interesting to see her mindset throughout the film. At the beginning, she's a band-aid, which is pretty much just a groupie of the band, but they sort of reclaimed it and reworded it uh, as band-aids to help the band. How would you describe band-aids?
I don't.
They
It's just like, yeah, just people that follow along, and I don't know. It's hard to say. I think, yeah, they follow along the band, and just are there for support in a way, or
Yeah,
uh
they sort of help the rock stars live the rock star life that they want to
yeah.
do. Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
want to, yeah, they don't want to word them as roadies or groupies,
Mhm.
and or not roadies, but yeah, as groupies of of their band, but more as a more professional. I guess that's what they wanted to appear, I think. But yeah, you continue.
And how at the beginning she says that she's retired from being a band-aid, but she keeps coming back because she has feelings for Russell. And it's just interesting to see this character who's so confident and so seemingly, sure of herself. At least that's the vibe that she tries to give off. And then that one scene where William tells her that Russell doesn't even give a shit about you. He traded you for $50 and a pack of beer.
Yeah,
Remember that? And
yeah,
just like the look that she gives him, how she's just heartbroken and sad. And then she breaks into like a smile and cracks a joke. Like that scene alone just shows the layers of her character. And it is sad to see her character because I don't really know if she realizes it, but she's being used
yeah,
by the band 100%. And in a way, I guess being a band-aid, that's what you do. You are being used, but I think she thought that she was more than just a band-aid even.
yeah,
So yeah, it was sad. Even the script uses her, you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Even William uses her at the end.
yeah. He
So
does.
it's sad. It's sad to see her character.
Her character is totally, she, I think at times she is also emotionally unavailable too. You could say that in you, but you think, because she's so open and excited, and always just like uh talking, yeah, she's just a very eccentric and flamboyant character, but at the same time she is still emotionally unavailable to to express her feelings a lot. And there's one scene particularly where she does, you know show her feelings, but again she bottles it up by cracking that
Hmm.
joke too. And so it's sad, and it's heartbreaking too, but it's what makes her character so enjoyable to view and watch,
Yeah.
because she is just, it's something you've never really seen before, a character that is, yeah, so lively yet so unemotional, and unemotional at the same time. And it's hard to explain because, yeah, if you know what I mean, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
open, but yet doesn't tell anybody anything. She doesn't
Yeah.
even tell anybody her real name.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Oh yeah,
yeah.
it's deep. Yeah, and another character that a lot of people love within this film, and I think I know a ton of people that loved this character. Is Frances McDormand's character
Mm,
as Elaine Miller, Will's mom, Will and Anita's mom, Zoe Deschanel's character, and I think it's
yeah,
just because she's based off of Cameron Crowe's mom too, if you didn't know. And
I did. Yeah.
yeah, and so she's the most like realistic mom, very similar to like moms I've lots of moms I think overprotective, but at the same time wants their kid to
Yeah.
succeed and do what they want because she lets them go to like these like she lets her son go backstage with a bunch of these like you know uh, druggy like band members and also like that are
Mhm.
always like drinking when he's still like a teenager, and she's letting him do this stuff, but at the same time she's still like super worried about him, and that's very similar to a lot of moms I think.
Yeah, like there was that one line where she asks him if she can go on tour with this band for Rolling Stone, and she goes, "No, no, 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 no. I want you to call every day. I want you back before graduation." That
Yeah,
was fun.
yeah, and it just yeah that is funny.
She got nominated for an Oscar
She did,
for
yes she
this.
did,
Yeah.
yeah, so did Kate Hudson. It's like obviously Kate Hudson totally
Hmm.
deserves that. But yeah, and I was expecting that Will's character was going to be it's so kind of like a dud, annoying character that's like you know I wouldn't say he's not a loser in this, but I expected him to be the nerdy, like real nerdy type. But he's very, very open and speaks his mind and confident, I would think at times. And that's just I think his character developing. And that's Cameron Crowe just like working, yeah, just doing a great job at his writing for that
Well,
film.
I think sort of accidentally, William is just being a good journalist. Like at times when the band is popping off and just getting into arguments or crazy shit is happening, he's always there watching,
Yeah.
listening, taking in the
Yeah.
information, even though he might not realize it. Like the argument that they had about the T-shirt, how Russell is not even the lead singer, but yet he's the only one prominent on the T-shirt. He's just sitting there watching it, taking down information mentally, and yeah, that's kind of what his character is until certain moments and certain scenes come about where he does speak his mind, like
Hmm.
the plane scene. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, totally. And he's yeah, I because I expected him to be like none of that. I didn't. I thought it was just his perspective was our perspective of the film. So yeah, we were following him along and just viewing it. But we're also I felt like it's not always how it works out in this movie. It's more us viewing him, viewing the other, or like yeah. So I think like we're also viewing him too as an audience member where it would have been like just from his perspective a lot of the time, but I don't think it was all the time. We see his him emotionally change a lot throughout the film, and
Mhm.
same with so many other characters. And I think another reason this film is so good is because it doesn't follow the same plot I feel, or a plot structure as most movies where the characters they're having a great time, it's great, it's great, it's great, and then all of a sudden it just gets crappy and then everyone's okay at the end. It's similar, it kind of does at times, but a lot of the time it goes up, down,
Mhm.
everyone's happy, mad, happy again, happy, and then mad, and then happy again, and then happy, mad. And I think that's just more realistic because that's what happens a lot of the time. It's not happy for the majority of the time. Bad things happen a lot throughout everybody's life.
Yeah.
There's like because there's a scene um where they're in the plane, and then also when Penny Lane is when she's like finds out that Billy Crudup has another girlfriend and sees that, and that's like she's like gets or she's on what drug was it that she was on?
Quaaludes.
Yeah, Quaaludes. And then also when Russell is like he almost broke up the band, and he's like they're having the
Mhm.
argument about the t-shirt, and just there's a lot of times where there's just a lot of yelling at each other, and there's a lot of arguments with other characters, and that's I felt, yeah, just more realistic, I think.
Yeah, and I would say like it was interesting to see like all the crazy stuff that William has to like navigate through. And it's
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, he is there for a job and he does have to give Rolling Stone magazine a good article. And
Yeah.
sort of the rock that he had and the thing that kept him grounded and level-headed was Philip Seymour Hoffman's character,
Hmm.
Lester Baggs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
9 minutes of screen time in a 2-hour film, but yet he felt so important. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, totally. He's like, yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Well, he's like got to be like one of the best actors to ever live, I
hands down.
think.
Yeah,
He's incredible. And
his
so
range, his range alone is crazy.
yeah, are you kidding me? Yeah, I know. He can play anything, I think. And he's great. He's like, yeah, he's awesome. But if especially in this film though, with the screen time, he's so, yeah, he's so such a great role model, but so interesting at the same time to Will, and so helpful as well. There's a lot of actually characters that are in this movie that you don't actually like, or actors that like Rainn Wilson's in this. Did you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like I don't think he's does no, he has a couple lines, but yeah,
Yeah. He's in
doesn't
it.
say a lot.
Jimmy Fallon. I'm not a fan of Jimmy Fallon, so like, I mean, it wasn't. Are you
In this movie or in general?
in general or in this movie? In both.
I thought it was all right in this movie. I mean, it's a great script, so if you can
Yeah.
fuck up that, I mean, don't try to be in any films. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Jimmy Fallon though.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, it's just the film. It does. I think. What was I gonna say? It does. It just it romanticizes this uh beautiful art that we have in our life, and I think each character just proves a side to that beautiful work, that beautiful art form, and that Russell is the great guitarist, and he's
Hmm.
an incredible part in the music industry, and so is Philip Seymour Hoffman's character. He's the what was he, the writer of the
He's Cream magazine.
yes, there
The
you go, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, and then William and Penny Lane. They're all important characters to the music industry that help create this awesome, and yeah, this awesome art form that uh we so much enjoy. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's totally. You want to hear some fun facts?
Yeah.
All right, I got them
Hit
for you.
me.
All right. Um, Penny Lane, in one of the scenes, asks William if he'd like to go to Morocco with her. He says, "Yes, ask me again." According to Cameron Crowe, "Ask Me Again" was Patrick Fugit stepping out of character and asking Kate Hudson to repeat her lines for another take. Crowe liked the take as is and kept it in the final cut, which is kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Stillwater's songs were written by Peter Frampton, who also had a small part in the film. Cameron Crowe and his ex-wife Nancy Wilson of the rock band Heart. The music acknowledgement credits Russell Hammond and Stillwater as if they were real authors and performers, which is also pretty cool too. According to Cameron Crowe, he sent the script around town to see if he could get anyone to respond to it. Steven Spielberg, the founder of DreamWorks, read
Yeah.
Crowe's 172-page script over the weekend and called Crowe on Monday saying, "Direct every word." Crowe said he filmed almost all of the script.
Dang.
Yeah, I gotta watch the extended cut, man. I gotta
It's
watch it.
it's a great it's a great it's a great movie, man. I
Yeah,
can't imagine. Can you imagine being an actor and being given the script?
I know. Yeah, totally. Brad Pitt turned it down. Did you know that?
Did he
He
turn it down?
he was gonna play Russell's character. Yeah.
I knew that he was going to, but I just thought it like he
he
had
he he
complications.
he had worked on it, and he said, so yeah, he was working like on I have it here. And then he said something like, "I just don't get this film. I just don't get it."
Wow.
That's disappointing. Like I would
Yeah.
big. I'm a big Brad Pitt fan, so it would have been like, oh man, that would have been a cool role for him, I think. But Billy Crudup does just awesome job. He's
Yeah.
awesome, totally. Uh, Cameron Crowe later admitted that Patrick Fugit was the worst singer in Tiny Dancers in the Tiny Dancer sequence. Is like is yeah, they had to turn it down in post production. His singing because it distracts from what is a very special movie moment. I think it's
Yeah.
pretty funny. Um, Cameron Crowe took a copy of the film to London for a special screening with Led Zeppelin members Jimmy Page, Robert Plant. After the screening, they granted Crow the right to use one of their songs on the soundtrack. The first time they had ever consented to this since Small Soldiers, through all allowing Crow to use Cashmere and Fast Times in Ridgemont High, and also gave him right to four other of their other songs in the movies itself. Although they did not grant him the rights to Stairway to Heaven for an intended scene, which is but on the special bootleg edition DVD, the scene includes an extra. Um, I think so.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out.
It's on, that scene's on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Also, Philip Seymour Hoffman's schedule only permitted him to be on set for 4 days. He had the flu the whole time. Yeah, that's acting, man. That's
Yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah. But yeah. Also, another reference to the the rock and roll industry. At the party, Russell Hammond cries out, "I'm a golden god" when he is on acid. That is
Hmm.
a reference to Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin, who's uh, have said the same thing while looking over Sunset Strip from a hotel balcony. Yeah,
What a great scene.
it is. Oh my
I
God.
swear, like every single scene in this movie, there's an amazing line. You know, it's rare that every scene of a movie has just a line that makes you go, Jesus, like how did you write that?
I know, yeah.
Crazy.
It's too real almost. It's too realistic. Like it just feels so, yeah, it just so but at the same time so like yeah, unrealistic to the point where it's like beautiful. It's like who comes up with this incredible writing
Hmm.
at the same time. But yeah, it's definitely yeah. Each scene is just yeah, it just gets better and better, I feel, you know.
Yeah.
Totally.
And
Um
also like the editing in this movie, it's not, maybe you disagree. I don't think it's necessarily like a fast-paced movie, but almost every scene doesn't last too long, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yeah.
Like it's nothing drags, nothing's too short, like it all just hits
No,
exactly what it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's crazy. Like it's one of those movies that is perfect. I consider it a
oh
perfect
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect movie.
Do you think you would consider any other movies perfect?
Back to the Future,
Yeah,
probably. Uh, I think
yeah,
technically, I would say The Social Network is perfect.
yeah.
I can see. What would you say?
Um, yeah, because like yeah, Back to the Future is 100%. Like it just everything lines up perfectly. Like it just like everything works perfectly in that film. But also I would um, think maybe The Deer Hunter. Have you seen that?
No, but you told me about that.
Yes, that
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect film. It's long, but like I love that about the film. Also, um, probably maybe Space Jam or
What? What? You think Space Jam's a perfect movie?
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, probably like yeah, another Spielberg movie like Jaws or
Yeah.
Raiders or E.T. E.T.'s yeah, that's maybe perfect. I could say E.T.
Hmm.
being perfect. There's yeah, so much. Yeah, that's for another discussion though. I'll do another Spielberg discussion soon. Talk about
Yeah.
his movies, but yeah. But all right. Last segment of the night. Anything else to say about Almost Famous?
Uh, No, I think that's it. I would say the ending is a great way to wrap it up. Sort of
Mhm.
there's just an ongoing thing throughout the whole movie that William, the kid reporter, is trying to get this interview.
I
He's
know.
gotten an interview with every other member of the band, but the most famous and most important member of the band, Russell, keeps skipping out on it. Keeps either just tells him not to record, not to do the interview right now, or let's do it tomorrow. And it keeps going on and on and on. And finally, at the ending of the movie, Russell shows
Gets
up
it.
to his house and gets the interview. So I just think perfect way to end the movie.
Oh, totally. Yeah, 100%. It's yeah, you're absolutely right. But yeah. All right. Last segment of the night is top three things. And today it is about music, films about music. Top three.
Mhm.
Include you can include a musical too if you want, or just purely about music, including Almost Famous. But yeah. You go first. Let's hear it.
Okay. Okay. So just musical movies about music. I would say Sing Street is up there.
Yeah.
I would put La La Land is up there. Some people don't like La La Land. I don't know why. You don't? Do
No,
you?
no, no. Yes, I
Yeah.
like La La Land. Yeah.
I think. How can you not like La La Land? I don't know. I think
That's
it's
almost a
great.
perfect film, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyways, um, and then I would say I I don't even know. Singing in the Rain? I don't know. Uh, I don't know. What's yours?
Okay, so I have La La Land is number three.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just like yeah, again, it's one of those films just shows how that love letter to music and how it can transpire people and create
Hmm.
emotion. And number two, A Star Is Born, the new Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga one. Um, I think I don't know. I just love the song "Shallow." It's pretty
Yeah.
good. I like it, and also Bradley Cooper is like one of my favorite actors. I'm a big fan of him, so I obviously will love this movie. And he directed it and wrote,
Mm-hmm.
produced, so that's pretty cool. I think.
Yeah.
Um,
He's doing a movie with PTA.
I yes, I knew that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like I'll be excited for that. Yeah,
That's your boy.
that is my boy, PTA. Number one, I had to go with Almost Famous because
Mm.
I couldn't think of anything else. But like, it's up there totally. Though I haven't seen Sig Street, but I
You
gotta check.
got to.
I know. I was gonna put Across the Universe. Have you seen that?
No.
It's the guy from 21. Have you seen that movie? It's the with Kevin Spacey
Yeah,
and
with
like
Kevin
Lawrence Fish.
Spacey, the blackjack one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that movie for some reason.
It's pretty easy to follow. It's just like a
Yeah.
cool, yeah, regular movie. Yeah,
But I would
totally.
okay, I would say Sing Street, La La Land, and then Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
Willy Wonka.
that's a musical. It's a musical. It doesn't revolve around music,
That
but
is
it's a musical.
true. I
So
guess. Which
that's
one?
my technical.
Or I guess well, the original Gene
Yeah,
Wilder.
come on. Yeah. Or okay, I just have it pulled up here. Have you seen like Walk Hard?
Yeah, yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen
I'll
Walk
I'll
Hard.
I'll do
I
that one.
I was gonna put Walk Hard there too, but I don't know. It was I don't know. It's I just couldn't make it. Honorable mention maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, totally. All right. Anything else to add?
Uh, no.
You good? All right.
It's
That's
been
some.
fun, man.
It has been fun, an enjoyable discussion. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining this episode. Next week we'll be discussing Loki and that series with Noah. You guys might know him from previous episodes, but yeah. Uh, Tune into that episode, tune into this episode too, and you can check it out on check my uh on Instagram at There Will Be Movie Reviews, YouTube, and TikTok at the same name. You can email me for requests for podcast, different episodes and movies to discuss at the same name. There Will Be Movie Reviews at gmail.com. I'm on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music, and go check it out there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. And yeah, thanks, Adrian. It's been a great discussion. Great
I
discussion.
didn't
We're
know
almost
this I didn't know this podcast had a TikTok.
It does have TikTok. Yeah, you got to go check it out. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
good.
hip. This podcast is pretty hip, man.
Thanks. Yeah, go check it out. Yeah. I'll probably have you on TikTok soon. I'll edit a little clip and have you.
Oh no.
You'll finally be on TikTok. Yeah.
Finally. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's been fun. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. See you guys.